Second, so we have to talk about the characteristics of the market system, and I want to check with you if you have any questions at this point before we went through all of the rest of the chapter. Any questions that you have? If you might have something to say, that would be the best opportunity to talk before we went through all of this chapter. Anyone has any questions on this side of the classroom? Anyone has more questions on this side of the classroom? No? Okay, so we start knowing about the private property, and this is the most interesting part for many of you, like for me it's the same. So we, like individuals, have the chance and the opportunity to have our own property. So we want to create our own type of development. We can go through all of this development because if we have the money and the entrepreneurial abilities and the knowledge and the power for that, you can do whatever you want to do. Okay, this is your right in our system. And you have number two, the freedom of enterprise. So the entrepreneurs and also the businesses have the freedom to obtain resources to produce products of their choice. Remember the four things: land,
Labor, capital.
Wonderful. I'm so excited that you guys are just knowing the whole thing. Wonderful. You guys are mastering that. The freedom of choice. Owners of property and money resources can use resources as they choose. If you have $1 million, what do you want to do with that?
Probably put it in like a index fund.
Okay, this is a good idea. But what about to create other kind of
I mean,
enterprises?
you could also do like real estate, rental property, things like that.
You can buy a couple of houses and you can rent them, correct?
Right.
And you will be going to make more money from that. Then we have our self-interest, and this is a driving force in our market system. So when you have a self-interest, this is the driving force that helps you to keep making great decisions, or sometimes not so great. But hopefully we have the whole information on hand, and we're going to make our best decisions to duplicate our enterprises, our money, our resources, correct? We should be going to duplicate if we could. Number 5, competition. It's good to have some competition. It's good to have some competition. Why?
To keep you on your toes and being caring and
Because keep you and force you to do much better, correct? What about if we don't have any competition? What about if you don't have any competitions in whatever you want to do? You could be going to be on a complacent way or on a very nice way to just do nothing more that you like to do. But what about when you have more competition? That's impulse you to do more, to try to do your best to excel, correct? And finally, to make more what? Money. We have to duplicate whatever we want and whatever we have, if we could, of course. So, market and prices. It's all about prices, correct? Why? Why is all about prices in our economy? Anyone knows? Because we have
Because consumers want the best, want to use their money the most efficiently, and half of that, most of that is prices and the quality control, basically.
correct. This is a
Goods.
great answer. Thank you so much. And it's because this is our free markets, and this is based on the people's decisions. When they have money, they are going to make a decision in which place they will be going to spend their money, correct? It's almost that. It's all about that. It's all about allocation, I said before. So market and prices, this is a characteristic that reflects the decisions made on each side of the markets and determines the set. Good morning, welcome back. Thank you for being here. So, the decisions made on each side of the markets and determines the set of products and resources, prices that guide the owners to make their best decisions to keep producing a product or to keep making some other services if they would, okay? Any questions? Here. Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome back. That's okay, you're fine. It's good to have you. Any questions there? No? So, what means freedom for you? In the economic way, of course. You are in my macroeconomics class, so you should be going and walking through all of that, okay? And you know a lot. You are very smart. Anyone can help you a little bit about freedom? What means freedom in our markets?
The right to
Be your own boss. This is a very interesting way to express.
manage your own income without having to have someone.
So you like to have that freedom?
Yeah.
How? You like to have that freedom too? You have something to say?
Control of your own labor.
Correct. You have the freedom to make the starting decision to start a business and to do whatever you need to do.
Free work, produce, consume.
Correct. Beautiful. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, so let me show you something very interesting about the global perspective. And we have to keep in mind that if we're going to make a great business, we have to be on the right place. And if we are going to live on a country which is not the United States, because we think and we feel that it will be a lot better to be on another country, because you could be able to pay at least less money to the workers, which is a very interesting idea for many investors. We have to be very careful because we have this situation. The Index of Economic Freedom measures economic freedom using 10 major groupings such as trade policies. Take notes, take notes, take notes. Trade policy, write this down. Property rights, government intervention, which all of those categories containing more than 50 specific criteria, the index then ranks 179 economies according to their degree of economic freedom. It's not only the freedom to do whatever you want, it's just to know about the freedom that those countries provide you. If you are going, even if you have the best idea, you have to make sure that you are going through your research and due diligence, because you have to know, you have to make sure that you are going to be welcome. That makes sense? Yes or no? That makes sense?
Yes.
Well, Hong Kong is the #1 free market. Not anymore. Very interesting comment. Why not anymore? Because it's a cracking down there, correct? Why? What is going on?
Because they want to extend, they want to make it shorter. Do it like a deal.
Well, because they used to be freer. That was the point, was that Hong Kong used to be one, well, according to them, the freest economy in the world. And then China's been sort of encroaching on that slowly for a long time now.
They are trying to deport people from Hong Kong to China to send them to the jails, right? If they could. Okay. Why do you think that they are going to do that? Why is the main reason? What is the main reason for the Chinese government to get into that? Because probably you're a bigger competitors and they have a command economy. But no, it's not a command economy. It's a command system with a free market. It's a very complicated thing, and I am not amazing you in any way. I am just telling you that you are super smart. So, and I would like to hear from you your ideas. You are really updated in many things, which is great. But China is a very special case because they are a command system, they are communists in their government, but they are going to be open, and they were opening their economy many years ago to start doing like a free market economy. They have a very interesting mix of things on this country. So probably this is not the reason. Could be something else. And we should be able to make our own research to get the facts that are going there, that are going to be permeating their politics, their economy, and their life, to understand what is really going on in Hong Kong, okay? So the third free country is New Zealand, and the fifth is Switzerland. Mostly free, number 12, our nation, United States. And why they send the United States to mostly free countries to start business? Because regulations, because so many laws are going to be part of our decisions. Of course, they are going to intervene because the government wants some part or percentage of your investments and money. Okay? And you should know that. Did you understand that part? Did you understand that the government is asking you for some kind of money, percentage of your sales in some cases? So yes, this is one of the things that we have to keep in mind. The government is always trying to keep some part of your money in some good way. The number 20 is Japan. The number 28, Colombia. Then mostly unfree, 117, Brazil, South America. 128, India. 143, Russia. And repressed, Argentina, interestingly. Iran, 171. And 178, North Korea. Very impressive allocations on three countries. Okay, it's just to let you know. You don't have to memorize anything from that. Okay? So let's start talking about the technology and capital goods. And I have to say this since the beginning, we have to have the great and the best technology that we could have. Because technology is a must. If we are not going to have this opportunity to upgrade our technology, or if we are not going to have any technology at all, we are not going to succeed, because this world is all about technological advancements, correct? Did you agree with me? Somebody is not in agreement? I want to hear some other ideas if you feel and think on a different way. My class is open for any kind of information that you want to share. If you want to share something, okay? Feel free, flow. We have advanced technology and also capital goods, and those are encouraged, like machinery, robots, to prepare other big goods to produce more stuff and products, with the objective to be ready for selling. We are going to sell all of those things if we are going to have this, the advanced technology and the capital goods in place. That makes sense? What is the best example for that? I was providing one example since the beginning. Good morning, how are you? Welcome. Yes.
If you look at like the second industrial revolution, where they invented the assembly line that made, you know, the production of like Ford was able to sell cars. The first
Correct.
automobiles were much cheaper because they were able to produce them faster and cheaper because of the development of the assembly line and technology.